Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome back to another story time with Mr. Kepke. I have a wonderful book for you this evening, and it's about something we're telling kids to do all summer long, and that is read, read, read. And this book's about a little boy who has a bad dream, and he struggles with the fact that what if I can't read, or I can't read, but I want to. And the title of the book is, Oh, How I Wish I Could Read. The book is by John Guile. Sit back, snuggle in, get ready for a good night's rest. I awoke with a yell and sat straight up in bed, full of fear and wild worries, and trouble and dread. Was it just a bad dream, or was what I feared true? Was reading a feat only others could do? In my dream, I was walking alone on the street. And decided to sit down and put up my feet. I discovered too late what the wet paint sign said when the bench left my backside a bright shade of red. You couldn't read the wet paint sign. Then I saw a puppy and wanted to pet it. A sign trying to warn me I'd better forget it. But the words on the gate meant nothing to me, till a pack of wild dogs chased me right up a tree. I continued along my readingless way, having no way to know what each sign had to say. I wished I could read, because then I'd know when danger signs warned me where I shouldn't go. A sign said no crossing, but I didn't heed it, because in my dream I had no way to read it. So I stepped off the sidewalk, and oh, what a fuss. I nearly was run down by 2 cars and a bus. I heard honking and beeping and tires squealing and shrieking, cars crashing and smashing and scraping and screeching. The drivers were angry. One yelled, all agreed, "What's the matter with you? You should learn how to read." I jumped from the street and ran away fast, but worried about each sign that I passed. Above, beside, and behind and below were instructions and warnings I needed to know. In my readingless dream, I felt angry and sad, as if I had lost a best friend, and I had. I was lost and alone and afraid as could be of the readingless trouble still waiting for me. I wondered and wondered what words I saw meant. Then got stuck in the muck near a sign, wet cement. So I took off my shoes and sat down to clean them. Two signs blocked my way, but I sat down between them. They said poison ivy, but I didn't know. He's having a hard time. Till an itchy red rash grew all over my toe. When I headed for home to get medication, I went from a bad to worse situation. I opened the cupboard to look for toe ointment, but all I found there was more disappointment. Each bottle and tube on the shelf had a label I needed to read, but I wasn't able. I itched and I twitched how I wish I could read. My toe was on fire from that poisonous weed. Just then I woke up from my readingless dream when my cat nipped my toe and I let out a scream. Ouch! threw back my covers and jumped to the floor. I ran to the shelf where my books were before. Could I tell a B from a T or a Z, or were letters just lines on paper to me? My books told the story, as storybooks do. My dream was a nightmare, completely untrue. I can read. At last it was over. At last I was freed from the night when I wished, how I wished I could read. That is the end of our wonderful story tonight. And it's all about a boy who had a nightmare that he couldn't read. So I encourage each of you to continue reading all through the summer, even if you're not in school, that you find a book that you always can pick up and read each and every day to continue practicing your skills. I love each of you very, very much.